The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it's Sunday, and you know what that means? It's time for weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via DHL, Amazon, UPS, United States Postal Service, FedEx, and of course that old outlaw, that cagey outlaw, old outlaw Waylon Jennings. This is the time of the week where we break down everything that came through, and quite the busy week this week, and there is a theme to the weekly purchases this week, and you'll see that when we dive into that later off in the back half of this very video. But let's start it off with housekeeping like we always do. Of course, don't forget about Patreon, the Patreon exclusive giveaway this month of April here. We got Vader, we got Damian Priest, we got Rey Mysterio, we got Brie Bella, the Doc Hendricks Royal Rumble Build-A-Figure set from, of course, the Mattel Elite line. Pick this up, of course, at your local store, Ringside Collectibles, things like that, or be a member of the Patreon group. Check out the rules over there, support the channel, all that kind of fun stuff. So that is the giveaway for April. We will have the May giveaway here in a couple of weeks. Of course, the Patreon, best place to go to support the channel, but you get early access to all the videos, bonus videos. There's 100 plus videos up on Patreon that are not on traditional YouTube. There's a lot of stuff. I'm going to be filming a Q&A next week, a monthly Q&A over there. So a lot of stuff to check out on the old Patreon, and best of all, like I always say, does support the channel. Also this week, we still have the MLC giveaway going on. Comment in this post, put somewhere in there MLC with whatever else you want to comment about as well. But you will be entered. You also have to be an MLC Facebook group member, so make sure you head over there on Facebook. When they ask you when you're joining, put Kyle in there, and that's the way they'll know. So check that one out if you're into that giveaway. And of course, this is launching on Sunday. I am filming this on Friday, for those keeping track at home. Sunday is the King County Toy Show, St. Charles, Illinois, suburb outside of Chicago. I will be there this weekend. Probably as this video is dropping, I am there perusing all the toys, looking for something. Not sure if I'll find anything. We'll see what happens, but whatever I do find, we'll talk about it next week in weekly purchases. But let's recap the week that was on the channel here. As usual, a ton of videos going up, a ton of stuff going up. And this week, we finished off the bone-crushing, yes, crushing wrestler reviews, as we did unbox Adam Bomb. We did unbox Adam Bomb Variant Chase Edition. Same thing with the Blue Meanie Chase Edition. We unboxed all those on the channel. Those have been on Patreon for quite some time. Finally got them on traditional YouTube, so check those ones out. Of course, Tuesday Tradition, the Jakks Classic Superstars video, we did unbox that one. We did unbox Toad and Princess from the new Super Mario Brothers movie. We did Mario Luigi a couple of weeks ago. Finished off the core team this week on the channel. Old Jakks Pacific, shout out to Old Jakks there. We did do something entirely different on Thursday, hearing mixed results on that one. I did it just for fun, something for difference. It's a video we haven't done in the past, but I did do my top 5 Metallica albums of all time on the Thursday countdown this week. A lot of you guys engaged, a lot of you guys did like it. I'm not sure if the average Joe watching YouTube enjoyed it so much, but it was fun to do, so hopefully you enjoyed that. Maybe we'll do a Motorhead top 10 one of these days, an Iron Maiden top 5. We could do all kinds of different bands, honestly, but I don't know, we'll see. Maybe just on a rainy day every once in a while, a couple times a year, maybe we'll do something like that. We'll see what happens. But we did have a ton more videos this week, and there's a lot of Marvel Legends content on the channels last week and upcoming this week as well. So if you're into the Marvel Legends universe, Marvel Legend action figures, this is the place to be. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel. As we did unbox the entire Across the Spider-Verse wave, including the deluxe figure. We did do the rankings video as well. We did the Guardians of the Galaxy brand new wave rankings as well. So a lot of that stuff going on. And then on top of that, you had the Squadron Supreme 2-pack, the Iron Man Model 1 Iron Man figure exclusive, the Yondu Target exclusive as well. A lot of Marvel Legends stuff going on the channel right now. So check all those videos out if you are interested. We also had a very controversial one this week, one that got my blood a-boiling. Vampire Joker, Vampire Batman, the Walmart exclusive from McFarlane Toys. Man, oh man, when that Batman broke, if you saw the video, ooh, hard times, disappointment, but we'll see what happens in the future. I guess stay tuned with that one. But like I said yesterday in the toy news, every figure breaks somewhere along the line in every single toy line. Nothing is perfect. I totally get that. I understand that. It's just bad luck when it happens to you. It's bad luck when it happens to me. But we all know it does happen in a lot of toy lines. But yeah, pretty disappointing in that Vampire Batman because I was really enjoying that figure up to that point. I don't know. We'll see what happens from there. We are going to start off the X-Men Wave Marvel Legend figures unboxings as well. We've probably had my first one up here today on Sunday, so check that out as well. Like I said, a ton of Marvel Legends content here on the channel. And a very fun one, of course, a little, once again, off the topic of action figures. But when I was in California, of course, for WrestleMania weekend, I had to stop at the Rainbow Bar and Grill. You guys know I'm a huge Motorhead fan, a huge fan of Lemmy. That was Lemmy's hangout, to see the murals, see all the stuff, the memorabilia, eat a pizza there, see the Dio pictures, see the Lemmy statue. It meant a lot to me to go there. I don't really have a bucket list per se of things I want to see in the world, but if there ever was one, that was it. So I was very excited to go to the Rainbow and just kind of soak in the essence. It really did come over me. I did have goosebumps being there. It was just quite the experience for somebody like me. So I really did enjoy my time at the old Rainbow Bar and Grill. So we did do that one. So a lot of videos on the channel, and of course we closed it off on Friday with the figure hunt for the week. Quite the figure hunt adventure this week. I had to travel to the Quad Cities. I was all over the place. Ended up getting 2 flat tires. Can you believe that? I came out of my hotel room at 6 a.m., 2 flat tires staring me in the face, and then I said, oh my gosh, what am I going to do here? Luckily, there was a gas station in the parking lot. I brought it up, filled it up just enough, got over to the old Tires Plus there right at 7 a.m. as they opened, and they said, yeah, we can't get you until 4:30. I said, well, I got my first meeting at 10 a.m. today. I got to figure something out. They said, well, there's a Firestone down the street. Went to the Firestone. They said, yeah, we can't get you until about 3 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock. I said, okay. Well, then there was another place around the corner from that. They said, yeah, we're looking at 2:30 or so. And I just said, well, this ain't going to work. So I aired up once again, and then I just drove the 10 minutes to my meeting, did my meeting, all that kind of fun stuff. And then I had a 2 hours, 40-minute drive home. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to stop every 30 minutes and air up my tires. And that's what I did. I limped my way back home, got into a tire shop, dropped it off, had to get 2 tires replaced and all kinds of stuff. So quite the adventure out on the road this week. Always fun being a road warrior out there. You guys probably know how that goes. But a lot of fun heading out on the highway this week like a young Judas Priest. Now we get down to it. We get down to the Jonathan Frakes question of the week.
How superstitious are you?
How much money would...
Another banger question of the week this week. How superstitious are you? And I wouldn't say I'm overly superstitious by any means, but I do have some routines that I feel like my day will not be complete, or it'll be a little off kilter if I don't do it. And it's when I start my morning every day, the first thing I do when I wake up, I go into the bathroom and I grab my contacts, as I am basically legally blind. I am so blind, it's unbelievable. But I go in and I put my contacts in. I got the daily ones you throw away every day. Can't recommend them enough. But I put my contacts in and I put in this eye first every day. It's a routine, and if I ever do this eye, I always feel like there's something wrong, or I can't see as well. It's probably all mind over matter, and you don't mind, I don't matter. I don't know, something like that. But for whatever reason, I have to put this eye in first, or else my whole day is kind of thrown off. It's a very weird thing, so I guess that is a superstition I do have. But when I think of superstitions, I go back to good friend of the channel, old good brother, Turk Wendell. Of course, Turk Wendell from the Cubs back in the day, the Red Sox, journeyman a little bit there. But he was in the Iowa Cubs when I was a little kid, and he actually worked with my dad as far as some commercials and things like that. Actually, I brought it along right here. How about this? I have this from when I was like 10 years old. Turk Wendell, he signed this for me. But if you guys know anything about Turk Wendell, you can even kind of see it right there. He used to jump over the lines. He had all kinds of different superstitious habits there that he would do. So whenever I think of superstitions, I always go back to that. And there's a lot of athletes that, I put my sock on this way. I put, this on this way, things like that. They have those kind of things. But Turk Wendell, definitely the master of that. But as far as me and my daily superstitions, it's put my contacts in. I'm sure you guys got some superstitions. Let me know in the comments down below. And while you're doing that, we're going to check out the weekly purchases. All right, let's dive into the old weekly purchases here in a very busy week on the weekly purchases front, of course. We're going to have, I think, 2 rounds of weekly purchases, it looks like, this week. So let's kick it off. Let's dive on in. And let's hit it off with a little G.I. Joe action. I grabbed him at a little discount. He was in the Big Bad Toy Store one-day sale. I think it was $14.99, so I did pick up another Cobra officer this week. All about the Army building with the Joes. You guys know how that goes. When I was visiting the Quad Cities, beautiful this time of year, I went to Portillo's for dinner. So shout out to Portillo's. But I did find this at the local Target. Long story with this one. This one and Grandpa Munster went up for pre-order on Target. My wife has the Target app, all that kind of stuff. I don't do all that. I don't got room on my phone. I just don't got time. So I always send my wife a little text message to say, hey, order this up. And she sent back, okay, thumbs up, thinking it was done. Well, I find out, I was like, hey, when are those coming? What's going on? So she looked back. They were still in her cart. She forgot to check out with them. So I missed Grandpa Munster. I missed Phantom Casey, but I did stroll upon Phantom Casey this week in my travels. So if you guys might have saw that in my figure hunt video. So I do got that one. Not too worried about Grandpa Munster. When he comes, he comes. That's the way it goes. How about a little He Skeletor this week? I got one right there. Got one. I got three. How about that? I'll just say it. Got 3 He Skeletors. That is the limit. You guys do know on these Masters Universe Mattel Creations one, good friend of the channel, good brother Gage Octane and I, we always get 3 or 2, whatever it is, because if you don't get in, you miss out. Well, we help each other back and forth. Well, this time we both got our 3, so I definitely needed 2. I got 1 extra. I might sell it. I might use it as a giveaway on the Patreon, actually. But He Skeletor, an interesting one, but a perfect Mattel Creations exclusive, if you ask me. So I'm very happy I got these. Unfortunately, my Frogmonger fiasco is still going on. Mattel has no ETA. They don't do refunds for whatever reason, which is really weird. I don't need Frogmonger anymore, so I don't know if I'll get them. I'm really kind of secretly hoping they're going to cancel it for me, and I'll get my money back. If I don't, I'm going to get 3 Frogmongers that I have no use for, so might be more giveaways. Maybe I'll just sell them. Who knows what happens, but interesting times always when you're dealing with Mattel Creations, as we do know. And the hits keep on coming from the He-Man line. Snakeface Deluxe He-Man. How about that one? Very, very cool looking figure there. And then another one that a lot of people remember from their childhood, Dragon Blaster Skeletor. Looking good as well right there. So 2 more deluxe origin figures this week coming through the door. And we're not done yet. We also got some of this. We've got Power Rangers Lightning Collection, the Tenga Warriors 2-pack. I am a sucker for these figures. Some of the best figures from a couple of years ago. I believe it was the end of, was it my 2021 best of list? These guys were on the top of that list as far as miscellaneous. Absolutely love these. A simple repaint, but building out an army. I am here for that. A very, very cool set right there. Back to He-Man, of course, starting to hit Target this week. Deluxe Masterverse Man-at-Arms. Man-at-Arms is probably my favorite character in the Revolution Netflix series, so I'm really happy to get this one. And as usual, a 2-in-1 character once again. I might play the long game, find a second one if I can on that Masters Universe Man-at-Arms. Hits keep on coming to the Star Wars land. I did get Din Djarin here, of course, the Morak edition. You guys know me, a little bit of long game. Got to wait for Amazon sales, Entertainment Earth sales, Big Bad Toy Store sales, credit card points on Amazon, things like that. I will dive into some of those Star Wars, but not picking up Star Wars right away like I used to. Everything's got to give. You always got a breaking point. Star Wars has kind of been my breaking point, unfortunately. So we do got that. Also played a little long game, found Kevin Owens Elite 101. This is a 2-in-1. Of course, I had this. We unboxed this on the channel 2-3 months ago. What is time? I'm going to display one in the Austin look, one in the Kevin Owens look. Truly a 2-in-1 character. So wanted to get a second one of these. Got to get a deal. So there we go right there. Looking around, this is going to be round number 1. Let me clean up, move some stuff around because we got a big round number 2. All right, let's kick off round number 2 of weekly purchases, and let's head over to McFarlane. I have not broken up with you, Todd McFarlane. I just can't quit you, as one might say. Of course, the Vampire Batman debacle of this week did not deter me from buying a few more figures, as I did get Batman 66 hitting your local Targets right now. Got King Tut and Two-Face. Usually I play the long game on these figures, but these 2 villains I had to have right now. Radioactive Batman, going to play a little of that long game. Playing the long game on some of the black and white editions as well, but definitely got these 2 this week. Couldn't pass these 2 up. Really excited for that King Tut especially. I'll probably unbox both these together on the channel, so stay tuned for that. Used some Amazon points to get Jay Garrick the Flash this week, so I used that, got him. Very cool, not the most iconic Flash, but a very cool looking Flash. And if you're of my age bracket, you think of the Kenner Superpowers Flash as kind of Flash thinks like. But a lot of fans, a lot of old time fans, especially remember this era of the Flash back in the day. We got a few other things this week. I did get Superboy from Big Bad Toy Store. Not quite, I don't think it's the Death of Superman Superboy, but close enough to be dangerous for me right now. That leather coat I'm a sucker for. So denim and leather, they brought us all together. But it was you that set our spirit free, as we do know there. So we did get that. How about a little Batman McFarlane? Oh, look at that. There's Batman 89 from the Flash Wave. An interesting figure right here. Old Michael Keaton's Batman. I didn't want the unmasked version. I wanted the masked version. This is what I got. I'm not going to pick up that unmasked version. I don't really like it to begin with, and I don't think the head sculpt looks very good from what I've seen. Better get the Flash Batman 89. And then an old friend came to visit us again. Vampire Batman. Oh my gosh, this is going to be the most nerve-wracking unboxing of all time. We'll do this one again. We're going to do it over. We're going to see what all the fuss is about. If this one breaks again, I don't know what I'm going to do. I will just be beyond disappointed, and I'll probably stop collecting the DC vs. Vampires line. If I can't have Batman, I'm not going to buy Superman that's coming, and I love the Joker figure. But could be the most dangerous unboxing of all time here on the channel coming very, very soon. So I guess stay tuned for that one. We'll see what happens. We'll see what all the fuss is about sooner rather than later. How about a few of these we already unboxed on the channel? Squadron Supreme. How about that? The old 2-pack. Pick that up at DJC Collectibles. Use discount code 8OFF DJC for that one. We also got Iron Man over there, Model 1. I almost said Modular 1, but Model 1. Love this new white packaging on this one, too. So we did get that this week. Can't forget about some of these other ones, like Yondu, the Target exclusive. Picked him up this week as well. Very nice looking figure. And then how about a little bit of that new X-Men wave? We got Fang this week. We got Corsair. If you guys have followed along on the channel, you know this was my #1 most wanted Marvel Legends figure for them to make, and they finally made it this year, and they made Chad. They made him as the Build-A-Figure, another one I was really requesting. Very happy to get those in my collection. Another great one from back in my day, Chamber from Generation X, of course, a very cool looking figure. Keep on going with Kid Omega, probably the one of the bunch I'm least familiar with, but Kid Omega this week on the channel. Emma Frost, no stranger to the Marvel Legends line. Look at that shawl. Look at that cape. She's got it all. She's got it all, old Emma Frost. And the hits keep on coming. Monet St. Croix. There she is right there. A big X-Men wave. You guys know X-Men, my bread and butter as far as Marvel goes for the most part. Then Cyclops, of course, the leader of the X-Men, getting him in that wave as well. So a lot of Marvel Legends on the channel. Like I said, these are all unboxed. These are all up on the Patreon as we speak. We got all the Guardians of the Galaxy figures, the Across the Spider-Verse figures. We got some of the Ant-Man wave coming from Entertainment Earth next week. So there is a lot of Marvel Legend content on the channel right now. Hopefully you guys are enjoying all that. And then we got one more piece this week, and it is a big one. It is one that is going to be very popular. It is one I'm going to have to talk about, as I think at the end of the year when we do our best of videos, this year we're going to have a new category, and it's going to be the top 5 vehicles of 2023. I mean, I'll probably be able to throw in the Hiss tank by then, I would imagine. The Thundercats, Thunder tank, of course. Probably throw in 2 turtle wagons, hopefully this year. And then this one's got to be in the races, got to be in the discussion, you would think. We'll see what happens, but it is the Batmobile. Batman, of course, 89 from the Flash movie. Batmobile. Sounds like some Targets and some Macy's, Toys R Us's are already getting this one. I did order mine from the McFarlane Toy Store, so check that one out if you're looking for this. It might be over there at Macy's. It could be at Target, but I do think it will be out. But I did hear a lot of people got their Amazon order cut this week. That is obviously disappointing. Nobody ever wants that one to happen. But a big pickup. We'll probably unbox this with the figure. I think that makes sense. We'll do those two together here on the channel sooner rather than later, as we always say. But let me know what you got this week. What did you pick up this week? Because that is it for me on weekly purchases. This was enough. We'll see what I find at Kane County Toy Show this weekend. But let me know what you picked up in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell, as we got videos every single day, as you guys do know. And plus some. And then we even got more content for you over on Patreon, including giveaways, Q&As, bonus videos, exclusive videos, and early access to videos. And best of all, you do support the channel as a member of the Patreon. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget about SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson to follow along over there on old social media. So you know what I'm doing. I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way into another work week with some travel this week, so it should be an interesting fig hunt. But more to come from that next week on the channel. But I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.